In this video, we got another episode of this series where I rate and improve your guys' teams. You guys will send me your teams over on Twitter at xevantanaka, and I'll put out a tweet maybe every 3 to 4 days asking for your guys' squads. You guys will reply to that tweet with your team, how much MT you guys have, and then I'll feature about 6 squads in a video like this on the channel. So if you guys want to be included in one of these future videos, make sure to head over to Twitter xevantanaka and look out for those tweets. Drop a follow so you guys obviously don't miss that tweet, and then reply to that tweet with your guys' team, how much MT you guys have, and you could potentially be featured in this video. But if you guys also want to let me know your squads down below in the comment section, let me know what your team's looking like, how much MT you guys have, and I'll try to give you guys some suggestions as well. But looking at the first team here sent in by Kevin, he's got 550,000 MT to work with, and this is a good squad. For the rating out of 10, I like the starting lineup. I think it's almost perfect. It would have been nice if you had the obviously premium pro press upgraded version of Brandon Roy, but the free version is still very good at the shooting guard position. But I would say for the rating out of 10, this is like a solid 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10, probably closer to an 8. I think for your upgrades, I'm really more so looking at your bench. I'm not really too big of a fan of like a Donovan Mitchell. Paul George I think is solid, but you got like almost 600,000 MT to work with. I think you could also upgrade Anthony Davis. So what I would be grinding for, now you can't necessarily buy this off the auction house, but what I would personally be grinding for on your account is for that duo of Joakim Noah and Corey Brewer. And if you're looking at this video today on Sunday, you can earn a free 100 overall piece in Triple Threat Park as of today on Sunday. So if you win 5 games in Triple Threat Park in a row, you will get a 100 overall piece. That if you exchange down into Dark Matters, you can actually get 6 Galaxy Opal pieces, which it only takes 5 to get Joakim Noah. And then if you exchange that last Galaxy Opal piece you have left into Pink Diamonds, and then the Pink Diamonds into Diamonds, and then the Diamonds into Amethyst, you're going to easily be able to get this dynamic duo if you just get this 5-game win streak. And what you can do with that is get Galaxy Opal Joakim Noah for backup power forward, and then you can also get Corey Brewer for backup shooting guard. And that could be your backup 2 and backup 4, and both of those cards become Dark Matters and are some of the best cards in this game at the respective position. And so yeah, that's the first thing I'd recommend doing 100%, and it's not going to necessarily cost you any MT to do. So then I think for that backup point guard position, you could go out and get a Galaxy Opal Alex Caruso. I think he's a lot better than Donovan Mitchell. I think he'll be really good next to Corey Brewer. But then what I would do for your backup small forward position, because you're definitely going to need some offense with this team, you don't really have any good scoring off the bench. So that's why I think for your backup small forward position, you go spend like 90 to 100,000 MT and go buy yourself a Pink Diamond Beasley. If you wanted to try to get a better badged up one, you'll have still like 500,000 MT, maybe 400k left after you pick up Caruso. Then I think you could probably look for like a badged up Michael Beasley, try to get some good defensive Hall of Fame badges on him, you know, maybe 20-30 hoffs on him for like 200-300k. Might not be that bad of a pickup, and I think he can be your backup small forward. So then your bench would be Alex Caruso, Corey Brewer, Joakim Noah, Michael Beasley, and you could keep Zach Edey. If you wanted to upgrade that, you could always go for like a Pink Diamond Kalel Ware. I think he's definitely better than Edey, but it just depends how much you do like that card. You also got like LeBron off the bench, so you can maybe incorporate him somehow if you wanted to as well, potentially if he's badged up. But I think that's personally what I do with your squad. All around a very good team. Looking at the next team here coming in from Blank, he's got 600,000 MT to spend, and he said he needs my opinion on his squad. So for the rating out of 10, I mean, I see 100 overall Chris Webber. I see cards like Hakeem, Magic, B-Roy. He's got that dynamic duo. He's got Giannis. I think I'm really just looking at the center position to upgrade. But for the rating out of 10, I mean, you have the best card in the game in Chris Webber. This has got to be an easy 9 out of 10 team because of that reason, and also a really good supporting cast. But I'm kind of just looking at your center position as where I would look to upgrade, and it just depends how much MT you want to spend. But I think Pink Diamond Wemby for like 300,000 MT, maybe 350k, is kind of a no-brainer. He's going to be a lot better than D-Rob. If you still want to keep D-Rob on your team, then you could just move D-Rob to your backup center. But I would definitely go ahead and get Wemby. I think he's like the missing piece on your squad. I think he'll be so good at the center position next to Hakeem and next to Chris Webber. And then other than that, you really don't have to make any upgrades. If you wanted to upgrade backup point guard, I think Alex Caruso is better than Cade Cunningham by quite a bit. So you potentially could do that, but realistically, the only upgrade you need is at that starting center position. So I would just go ahead and recommend Pink Diamond Wemby. Backup center, there's some choices and some options you could do. Maybe go for a Pink Diamond Kristaps, maybe you go for a Galaxy Opal Rudy Gobert, maybe you go for a Diamond Tyson Chandler, maybe you go for a Pink Diamond Kel'el Ware. There's a lot of upgrades you could do at backup center, but if you just want to keep D-Rob, save some MT, and like let's say you like D-Rob obviously because you've been using him for quite a bit, I think you could keep him as backup center. But for this squad, I would just recommend Pink Diamond Wemby. Now looking at the next team here sent in from Micah, he says he's at 1.7 mil and he has B-Roy at the starting shooting guard spot. So he's got rid of J-Rich. I would still keep Pink Diamond Dr. J as your backup shooting guard. But with this type of squad, I would say for the rating, this is another, like, I see Tatum and Dwayne Wade, who I think are definitely the two weaker positions on this squad. I would say this is like an 8 to 8.5. This is definitely a good team. You got cards like Pink Diamond Wemby, Kel'el Ware, Beasley. You now got B-Roy. I think this is a good starting lineup, except for Dwayne Wade. And that's why I would probably move Austin Reeves to your backup point guard position and start Alex Caruso. And for that reasoning is because if you're at your shooting guard position, you have Brandon Roy, and if you have Michael Beasley, you're looking for a little bit more defense. You already have very good offense with both of those cards, but I think having Caruso as more of the defensive point guard compared to Reeves, that's what I would do personally. And then for backup point guard, like I said, I would personally go for Reeves over Dwayne Wade. I don't know if you're a big Dwayne Wade fan or if you just really like that card. You can still use him if you want to, but I think Reeves is a much better point guard, especially off the bench. And then if you do use Reeves like I'm suggesting, I think for your backup small forward position, you're looking for more of a defensive small forward because you have offense with Reeves and Dr. J. So I think for small forward at the backup position, I would look at cards like Jared Wallace. I would look at cards like Pink Diamond LeBron. I would look at cards like Galaxy Opal AK, who are a little bit more expensive, but you do have 1.7 mil MT to spend. So again, it just depends how much MT are you looking to spend. I'm trying not to give you like too many huge upgrades. You could even go for like Carlos Boozer as a backup small forward, Galaxy Opal Tyler Hansbrough. Trying to just give you a lot of options to choose from, a lot of different choices you can make with that backup small forward position. But I think other than that, you're good to go. I like Jaren Jackson Jr. I like D-Rob. And yeah, so I would just move Austin Reeves to backup point guard, Caruso starting point guard. And then I think for backup small forward, just try to get a good defender. You could even go Jonathan Bender if you wanted to. But I'd probably recommend cards like Carlos Boozer, Jared Wallace. I think those are like the two better options in my personal opinion. But overall, this is a very, very good squad. Looking at the next team here, though, coming in from Adrian, he says he's got 100,000 MT. He needed to claim his auctions when he took this picture, but 100,000 MT to work with. Definitely get Kel'el Ware and definitely get Tyson Chandler for your backup power forward and your backup center position. Both of those cards are amazing, a lot better than Jaren and a lot better than that Pink Diamond D-Rob. So I definitely recommend doing that. I think for the rating out of 10, probably more so of like a 7 to 7.5. It's definitely a good all-around team. There's some glaring holes in my opinion at the backup power forward, backup center position. That's why I'm saying going Pink Diamond Kel'el Ware for backup power forward, and backup center is going to be Diamond Tyson Chandler. That should only cost you like 45k. We'll say maybe 50,000 MT to spend. And then I think other than that, you could probably go for like an Alex Caruso. I think he's a lot better than Kobe White, and he'd be really good, you know, next to Brandon Roy, next to Jonathan Bender. So I get cards like Alex Caruso, Kel'el Ware, and Tyson Chandler for your specific squad. Now looking at the next team here, coming in from Timothy, he's got 50,000 MT to work with, asking for any suggestions. Now, not a lot of MT to work with, only 50k. You're gonna have to be looking at some budget cards here, and I think for this rating out of 10, probably like a 6.5 to maybe 7. You got good cards like Wemby, Caruso, Bender. Like I like your starting lineup with B-Roy, Bob McAdoo. I would almost keep your starting lineup pretty much the exact same. I think what you could be grinding for, now I'm recommending a grind, so I'm not saying, you know, you're gonna have this right away. But again, if you do the triple threat park win streak, the 5 wins in a row, you can go ahead and get yourself that Amethyst Corey Brewer and that Galaxy Opal Joakim Noah that do have a dynamic duo to make them both dark matter. So what I would do for this squad is do that for your bench. Have Kel'el Ware as your backup center, have Joakim Noah as your backup power forward, and have Corey Brewer as your backup shooting guard. And then for backup small forward, you can use that 50,000 MT to go get a Jared Wallace, to go get and save up maybe for a Carlos Boozer or a Galaxy Opal Tyler Hansbrough. That's sort of what I'd recommend for your team, is getting Joakim Noah, getting Corey Brewer, and then like I said, spending more so of that MT on your small forward, and you can go pretty much get a Jared Wallace. You can save up and go get a Carlos Boozer or a Tyler Hansbrough. That's what I do for your team. Looking at the last squad here of the video is gonna be sent in by we'll just say Cal. He says first to make the tweet, first one to reply, and he's got about 2 million MT to work with, and this is a very good squad. Probably one of the more well-rounded teams we've looked at besides Jason Tatum. I would say this is like a 9 out of 10, maybe 9.5 if you just get rid of Tatum. So honestly, that's going to be my only suggestion, is just go get a better backup small forward. You have almost, you know, can get every single small forward option in this game besides like a Chris Webber. So it kind of just depends. You know, do you want to go get a dark matter Giannis? Do you want to go get a Galaxy Opal Giannis? Do you want to go get a Michael Beasley? And I don't think Michael Beasley would be the best option, just because you already have Brandon Roy and Austin Reeves. So if you wanted Beasley, you could use Beasley backup small forward and then go get Caruso to be your backup point guard. I think that's what I'll recommend if you want to go for a cheaper option. If you just want to buy one card to make your squad even better, I would just go get Galaxy Opal Giannis or Dark Matter Giannis, just depending how much MT you want to spend. You could potentially also grind for Joakim Noah. I think he's better than Bob McAdoo, even without the duo. That's something you could look at as well if you wanted to spend some of your event pieces to go get Joakim Noah. But I think for this squad, just get rid of Tatum. I don't think you can sell him, but definitely want to upgrade him. I think Michael Beasley at backup small forward and Caruso at backup point guard would be the cheaper option and definitely good. But if you wanted just the best option, I would just go get Galaxy Opal Giannis or Dark Matter Giannis. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Like I said, comment down below your guys' team, how much MT you guys have, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.